Welcome back to McCarthy Performance. I've got a couple engines. We're going to check them for cracks with a magnetic inspector, Magnaflex, which is a yoke. And we'll be using a ground iron powder to check the block for any flaws in it. We'll be doing the big block Chevrolet bow tie block. And this block here. Now this block here has been hurt. This cylinder here, number 2, is needing a sleeve, and before I put the sleeve in, I'm going to check the block and make sure that there's no other damage done to it. I don't know why the cylinder wall is cracked. Obviously, that's why we have to repair it. It needs a sleeve. So before we get any further down that road, we're going to check it to make sure that that it's worth doing. This is a number engine for a guy's Camaro, and he wants to keep it. So we'll get going on it. Thanks for watching. That don't look good. Looks like we got a crack in the small block Chevy. 7 block, but because this has a broken hole in it, I have to sleeve it. Well, I don't have to do anything, but that's what he wanted me to do, and we're going to check this. I'm going to buff it all back and see if it comes up again. I can repair that, but that's one of them deals, you know. Yeah, it looks like it might have been in the surface. I'm going to buff it up some more and see if I can bring it out more. Might have been just a casting mark in the block. Usually Chevys are pretty good for these older ones for not breaking in here, but a lot of if they freeze, they will. You know? I'm going to hit that a little, buff it up a little better. Turn the air compressor on, it's going to get real loud. Okay, you see me in the video. I took an MX wheel and a Tootsie Roll and I blended this and smoothed it all out. There is a crack there. Um, it's not a big crack. Probably be something fairly easy to fix. It is kind of thin there, but it could be pinned, stitch pinned. It's supposed to be a number matching block. I told the guy, it came in here for a sleeve. Now I don't know if that's a freeze crack in the cylinder wall. What the story is with this, the plugs weren't pushed out of the block, although that just because the plugs aren't pushed out doesn't necessarily mean the block isn't going to break. I've seen plenty of them break. I used to work at a marina. I've seen blocks freeze and break. So, and I fixed blocks that were frozen. So I'd let him know that this would be an added expense. So he's just going to oil it up and keep it with the car. Somebody wants it, the original numbers block, then it's worth fixing. But we're not going to go any further with this block. So I'm not going to bother putting a sleeve in. I was going to make a video installing a sleeve in this block. That's not going to happen now. The bow tie block did pass. It's at 4600, and the bores are horrible on that block. I'm going to probably die check them cylinders because it's going to be easier for me to check inside them with a die penetrant check than it is to try to do a magnetic check down the cylinder bores. It's got a couple marks in the bores that I'm not particularly comfortable with the way they look. The block shows signs of plenty of condensation in the engine. Now that engine is an O-ring engine, and it could have been a simple situation where they didn't put Yama Bond on the deck. That's what we normally use on them when we put O-rings on. The O-rings might have been up too high. The gasket might have not been thick enough. There's a lot of things that could have happened, but the engine is sat with lots of condensation in it because the oil ring rails are etched into the block. So that block at this point is probably going to be oversized from 4600, so I'm going to have to let the customer know what exactly he wants to do with that one. So that's kind of where we are on this video. Not too exciting, just going over and doing some crack checks. Thank you for watching.